Hi there, my name is Fehr and you're Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So the big news I woke up to this morning is that Wonder Woman is officially being yanked from cinemas. Well, it's not really being yanked from cinemas, but they're doing quite an interesting distribution plan with it. They're releasing it to HBO Max and cinemas basically the same time. I think there's about a week or so between them in the theaters that are open. Now listen, every freaking channel is talking about this day. Every channel is talking about it. And so I'm like, oh, do I have to talk about it too? Everybody's talking like, what do I have to say that, you know, your boy Zach and Nerdrotic and everybody else doesn't have to say? And EVA, like, what do I have to say? And then I actually thought of saying an interesting take on this, and I think I might well be right. So there you go, YouTubing 101. One, follow the herd, and two, be an individual. So there you go. So hopefully that's what we're shooting for with this video. Before we get into it, though, can I actually hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button? Oh, YouTube is going freaking crazy with my subscribers ever since the the recent American election, which of course there is no evidence of massive voter fraud. Yes, there is. Of course. Yeah, I don't want YouTube to hear that I'm saying anything, along the lines that isn't prescribed. However, ever since that happened, my subscribers have been going crazy. So does this conspiracy theory range from dethroning the president of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, and depriving your subscribers? And basically, yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy. I think my subscribers are like back down to under 1830 again. I wasn't looking at them that much because I was just like ticking over nicely. But then I noticed like they were about this a couple of weeks ago. And every time they go up, they come down again, like more than they went up. It's the weirdest thing. So you can hit that subscribe, and if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. But the thing I would really love to ask you to do is go check out my Indiegogo. It's just a sign up. It's free. Just sign up to join the mailing list. I'm building up now. So as you see, everything's down there in the video notes. You get all kinds of groovy stuff just for signing up. I mean, yeah, just for signing up. I think we're planning on launching in about a couple of weeks. Whenever the sign up list gets, the mailing list gets bigger. But if you can go and do that, the link is in the video notes. Thank you very much. I am ridiculously grateful. You know what? I think I'll even comment the link when I post a video as well. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Anyway, let's talk about this story. Wonder Woman, and we're going to read it from Variety. I love a bit of variety, yes. So Wonder Woman 1984 to debut both on HBO Max and in theaters. So here's what I think's going on, and I think it's going to be quite. I'll tell you my theory first, and then we'll read the article, and you will see if it's if you think it's reflecting it. So a few things are going on. It seems to me that Wonder Woman 1984 did think it would be very, very topical with an Orange Man bad storyline. It seems Pedro Pascal, who is also not the flavor of the month anymore, is he? Yeah, Pedro Pascal plays a Orange Man substitute. And that seems likely to me. Now, what I think makes this different from the other, many Orange Man bad movies, or just man bad movies, is then they're keeping quiet about it, which I think is quite smart. It's the opposite of James Bond. James Bond is like that movie. Everything they say about it sounds awful. Everything they show looks fantastic. Everything they say about it sounds awful. So here's what I think's going on, right? They made a movie that's gonna go stale, right? They made a movie that's based on, I think, derangement. TDS. I think it's based on derangement, and I think coming out in the middle of prior to the election in 2020, as they thought it would be awesome, would be really good. Now it's getting stale now, and it like ticking down. So what do you do when you have very limited theaters open? Because then people are slow to go to theaters. They tried this with Tenet, which I still haven't seen because they haven't released it to download or anything yet. And the theaters in Israel are all closed. So what do you do? So what happens is that if it's not a stellar movie, it's a movie that doesn't generate anything other than just, it's the greatest thing ever, it dies in the theater because you need more of a push to get there. That's why Tenet made something like 300 million as opposed to $1 billion, which is what they need. They need these movies to make like 600 million to basically break even. These like crazy huge budgets. That's what they need. But word of mouth spreads much quicker now, and people are much slower to be in that opening weekend, and they can manipulate that opening weekend far less. So Tenet died. So they got this product Wonder Woman, which they know is going stale. So then the election happened, which I mentioned before, and the people making it are almost positive, like not even almost positive, are beyond positive that if they release it in the summer of 2021, there won't be an Orange Man, and you'll be seem just completely irrelevant and completely out of date. So look, okay, my and it's a bonkers theory. I just want to be absolutely, completely clear. I have a prediction model which is insane. Okay, it's based on my personal insanity, and the only problem is it's almost always right. I got like a 98% success rate. The only time I really failed is when I said, oh well, it was in the 2016 election. I was like, the week before, the day or so before, I was like, there's no way the Orange Man is going to point out the way. And that's because I doubted my own model. So what I've learned so far is no matter how crazy my prediction model is, it's always right. So anyway, I do believe that their firm belief that Joe Biden will be the president, which again, every piece of sanity tells you that he will be. I do believe they stuffed ballots, they cheated. I just don't believe. I think if you're lined up against the entirety of the media, the entirety of social media, they're all giving the same message, right? There is no widespread voter fraud, which I think technically speaking is correct, but there is widespread voting irregularities, which looks kind of fraudy to me, right? So, it doesn't matter. And, the courts are very reticent to throw out ballots no matter how clearly fraudulent they are. It's in any normal sense of the world, Joe Biden will be inaugurated as president. However, I don't think he will. Because my prediction model says, my prediction model, again, is based on my personal insanity, which is based on my crazy religious worldview. But anyway, that gives us an interesting perspective. They made this movie because of Trump derangement syndrome. Essentially, it's a Trump derangement syndrome movie, which breaks my heart because I love Wonder Woman. I love Gal Gadot. I think Gal Gadot has been one of the greatest Hollywood movie stars that we've seen in this age, in that she's always listen, firstly, she's Jewish, she's Israeli, so I'm like, I'm in the bag for 100%. Secondly, she looks gorgeous. She just looks fantastic all the time. But mostly, whenever she's on in talk shows, she stays apolitical and just seems like a really generally nice person and relatable, and so it breaks my heart that she would be in the center of a Trump derangement syndrome movie. But I think that's what it is. But because of their Trump derangement syndrome, well, not really, maybe because of that syndrome, they think there's no way we can release this movie in 2021 because it's going to be super out of date. When in fact it's going to be super in date. I think it'll be super. Wouldn't that be crazy? Although listen, if my prediction model is correct, if I'm correct, and Joe Biden doesn't become president, he concedes, as I think he's gonna have to. If that happens, will there be cinemas lit? I don't know what's gonna happen. I think there'll be riots and people freaking out, but I think it might so demoralize people. It might make it go quiet. I don't know what's going to be. That kind of scares me. But I think the release of Wonder Woman is here. So anyway, we got this irony. We have a Trump derangement syndrome movie, which they're worried that there's going to be out of date because of Trump derangement syndrome. So but it's not going to. So that's the really reason why I think the push to release it both on HBO Max and in and in theaters, like a week before they're releasing it in theaters. No one's gonna go and watch it in in a theater when you can watch it at home for the same price, unlimited times with your family. It just seems that they're throwing this away, which might actually mean this could be the implosion of Warner Brothers. This is the thing that really might suck them down. Listen. Terrible ideas and management have sucked down movie studios. Will have destroyed them. No business is too big to fail, right? We'll remind you of of the Titanic, where they said God Himself cannot sink that ship. So I would say, if you're a God-fearing person, that's normally a good time to get off that boat, right? That's a bit of a challenge. So that's just my opinion on the matter. Fine. So let's read this. So anyway, I think they're flushing this movie away, which may destroy them. And they're flushing this movie away because it's a Trump derangement syndrome movie. Fehr will be irrelevant because of Trump derangement syndrome, and it won't be at all. That's the theory. So let's read the article. Or just we'll get to see Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day after all, which actually it's a great day to drop it. It really is. Even though they say, stay away from everybody, don't go and listen. We the leaders, we can all have normal human interactions with friends and family, but you plebs, you can't do that, right? You can't do that. Gavin Newsom, I think, has got caught in a restaurant in this tiny room, this tiny little glass box with about 12 people, and after locking down everything forever. By the way, if I'm wrong, which is most likely, you know what I mean, and there is a Biden presidency, they're talking about doing a year lockdown. Is that gonna destroy America? I think it would. Honestly, I think if Biden is inaugurated, and this is politics aside, and just the reality is that you have half the country pretty sure that this election was rigged in a way that it can be rigged permanently in the future. I don't think there's going to be any point to anybody voting in the future unless you vote Democrat. So I really think this is probably, if he is inaugurated, it's everything they said about what would happen when Trump was inaugurated, it's going to happen, I think, in the first few weeks. First year. But a year-long lockdown. I don't know. But that's what I expect to happen if he is inaugurated. Fine. So audience will get to see Wonder Woman 1984. After much speculation, Warner Brothers announced that the superhero sequel would debut on the streaming service on December 25th, the same day that it opens in theaters in the US. I thought it opened on December 16th. But so again. What would happen if they opened it in limited theaters and everybody goes, "Oh God, how boring! It's a Trump derangement syndrome movie. How God we think, and he's gone. It's over. That's what they're worried is going to happen, right? And then nobody goes to see it, and then this $200 million movie ends up making $50 million, right, as opposed to $300 million, which I think is what they're looking at. And again, it's going to be. I think it'll be so topical, but let's wait and see. Internationally, where HBO Max is not available, Wonder Woman 1984 will premiere in cinemas 1 week early, December 16th. In Israel, they said December 24th. But it doesn't matter. We don't have HBO Max here, and all the cinemas are closed. So, there you go. On the 16th, the film will stream on HBO Max for a month at no additional cost to subscribers. Smart. Nobody bought Mulan, right? Disney tried it with Disney Plus and Mulan. Nobody bought it. It was a complete. In fact, I think it cost them more. It just didn't people being pissed off with Disney again. Screw off. As we navigate these uncertain times, we've had to innovate. We had to be innovative to keep our business moving forward. While continuing to super serve our fans. Ooh, it's like super soaking. Super serve it. Oh, super serve me, baby. Said Anne Sarnoff. Okay, no, I didn't know she was a girl. That could be taken badly. No, I didn't mean that. CEO of Warner Media Studios and the Networks Group, which includes Warner Brothers Pictures. This is an amazing film that really comes to life on a big screen, and working with our partners in the exhibition, she's basically this. Please go and pay more. Okay, she's basically saying in this part, please just, look, I understand you're getting it for free. I understand we're giving it free in the comfort of your own home, where you can sit on the couch, with your family and friends. Well, not your friends, with your, make your own popcorn, make your own thing. It can be very, very comfortable. Most people have big screens, it's... is well, at least I don't know. It's not uncommon to we know all that, but go to the cinemas anyway. Even though we really don't care about the cinemas, they move to the idea of a movie companies buying out cinemas, and they're like, no, what, are you out of your mind? We're not going to touch that. Yeah, maybe we should invest in some airships or something else that's completely that nobody's going to get into. This is blah blah blah. It doesn't go back to the pandemic, so we want to give the option to see Wonder Woman 1984 via HBO Max platform. I think this, again, if it's a Trump derangement syndrome movie, right? And Biden is inaugurated on January 20th. This is basically, December 25th is basically their last time to wring any money out of this. But again, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny? If they're wrong. Oh, that'd be great. The decision to forgo traditional theatrical releases is a surprise one because Wonder Woman 1984 was expected to be one of the biggest films of 2020. I tell you, that trailer looked freaking awesome. I was really into it. And the potential to pass $1 billion in ticket sales. The $200 million budget was originally supposed to hit theaters past summer. However, it was delayed time and time again amid the COVID virus. Many crisis, I should say. Many cinemas are closed and are still hesitant to open to see a still hesitant to see cinemas are closed and people are still hesitant to see a movie in theaters. Interesting expects likes of Black Widow, Fast and Furious 9, No Time to Die, and other potential blockbusters like one could be postponed. Well, they are postponed to 2021. Again, the Black Widow, I had no idea about Fast and Furious 9 and No Time to Die all seem like they're going to be horribly out of date, right? Horribly out of date by the time they come out. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if this goes well, which it won't, this won't give. They need 600 million to break even on this. It won't. You can expect others to follow suit. I don't see others like rushing for it. I think this is like a Hail Mary. They're just trying it out because I think their backs to the wall and they don't really have a choice. Yet the move to digital was not entirely unexpected. Earlier in the pandemic, Warner Brothers opted to send titles such as Scoob to premium video on demand and The Witches to HBO Max through. Though not ideal for theaters. Wonder Woman's hybrid release plan gives beleaguered multiplexes a lifeline. No, it doesn't. No, it slaps them away. It doesn't give a lifeline at all. So, but if they said, "Oh, look, we're going to give it to you 2 months, and you can from Thanksgiving, you get it from Thanksgiving," then you've got to wait a couple of months. People aren't patient. They will, but I think most people would probably wait. I mean, but again, the problem is word of mouth gets out much quicker. Word of mouth goes quicker now than audience go in, right? And word of mouth is much more powerful. Normally major cinema chains would refuse to showcase big movies that is debut simultaneously in theaters and at home. In fact, Universal perceived the brunt of the criticism when they launched Trolls World Tour on digital rental in April. Yeah, so the cinemas boycotted them. That didn't really work out so great for them, did it? It's like, we're going to boycott you, but you're all closed. But we're still boycotting you. Yeah, that's basically what happened. And when the cinemas were shuttered due to the pandemic, but months into the global health crisis, and no end is in sight. No end is in sight because a lot of people have gained a lot of power, and people don't like to give up a lot of power, right? And they certainly don't want to have those restrictions put on their lives. So yeah, no end is in sight. It is going to get. I think this is. Again, if I'm wrong, I think you're looking at a year lockdown, like a whole year lockdown. I think, which basically is designed to bankrupt the country and make them wards of the state, right? At that point, you can tell people to do whatever you want. It's actually interesting if you look in the Bible. That's exactly what Joseph did in Egypt. Again, but whether you believe it or not, I'm just talking about the story. That he used the foreknowledge of the markets, which is essentially knowing there was going to be a bounty followed by famine, like 7 years, and he used that to prepare for it and then to bankrupt everybody and essentially make them into wards of the state, which is exactly what. And I think I think the ultimate goal, that world reset, that global. Markets reset. I think that's basically what they would like to do. Yeah, it's like there's no secret that the intelligentsia of the world really would prefer a different economic system. They would much rather prefer like a more socialist system. They're not really very coy about that. But the trouble is, you can't get people to go along with it. I think if you can get people to go along with it without getting by forcing them, I think they probably will. Which seems to be a little bit what the response to the coup is. Crisis and no one's in sight, and they're desperate for new product to show. So, but again, it all depends on who's in in the White House in at the end of January. I believe the movie industry is expecting a very large bailout from the government, as probably the theaters are as well. So Warner, but again, if I'm right, it's going to be turned on its head. Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar emphasizes that the company's commitment to exhibition. No, they have not. They just please. We believe in theaters because hundreds of millions of fans around the world enjoy the value of going to movies. It seems to me movies are going to be moving to vinyl. I like going to theater. My wife likes going. No, my daughter likes going to theater. Nobody else in my family does. Right? They would all much rather stay at home. W1184 on HBO Max instead of postponing the film until next year, which again I don't think they have as a viable option because they know it's going to go completely stale. But it won't, means foregoing substantial box office returns. Well, I think this is the best they can hope for. But the release is a splashy tempo will drive subscribers to HBO Max. That's true, which has struggled to compete against Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus. I get a feeling that HBO Max is just one streaming service too many. Even though I think the content's pretty good, but I don't think they had their business model or the technology really ready to go at all. In fact, Netflix is just so far advanced. Even like Amazon, they're still way advanced than Amazon, just in streaming technology. Which is a shame. Yeah, again, I was kind of hoping for HBO Max, but I don't know. I see Netflix and Amazon Prime staying around. Netflix because people are just. They have it on their, regular payment, and Amazon Prime, you have it so you can get Amazon stuff delivered to you, right? Disney Plus, probably, but I don't see HBO Max. I think it's one streaming service too many, and look, and it's one I like as well. I want to, I want to see the Snyder cut. I want to see the David Ayers cut of Suicide Squad. I really do, and I think we're going to get that. So this just waffles on for a bit. The follow-up picture, blah blah blah, talks about the movie. Who cares? We all know everything about it. They talk about Patty Jenkins' appeal on Twitter to listen, coming out. We love it. We love the movie, but can you see it in cinemas, please? No, we're not. It's just not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. I'm very very sorry. So again, is this the shape of things to come for the movie industry? Is this the shape of thing? I actually don't think it is, because I think the reason they're rushing to release this is because they think, no, this movie's going to go stale. They believe this movie's going to be stale by the end of January. Stale to the point that they will not be able to move it, right? I don't think they believe that of No Time to Die, right? Because I don't think they believe it of Black Widow, right? So maybe they do, but right now, if they're still holding out for after January 2021, they don't believe that it's going to be stale. I think they believe that this movie will be stale. And also, the Pedro Pascal was playing Maxwell Lord. It just really upset a bunch of people on Twitter by being a massive tool. But again, I don't know anybody who's surprised he's a massive tool. He's an actor. Aren't they all massive tools? So there you go. My name is Sheila Beckett, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please be so good to click the link below and sign up on the mailing list for my Indiegogo. Even if you're not planning on making a purchase, that would just be fantastic. It's a numbers game, so the more people sign up, the better it is for me. Thank you very, very much. My name is Sheila Beckett, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.